everyone. So yesterday I had a whole day without the camera. One, the camera was upstairs and I couldn't be bothered to go and get it, and two, it's just nice to be able to just crack on with something and not have to worry about keep changing the camera position and oh, set up for this shot, set up for that shot. So let me show you what I've done. So I started working on an overhead cupboard. I've still got to do a little bit of carpeting in there, get some ply for the bottom, doors, I've still got a lot of finishing to do. So any cladding you see will be painted white. But yeah, I've got a lot of finishing to do, a lot of standing to do up here, and yeah. So that's what I did yesterday. Building this frame. Now another reason I didn't film it is because I thought I could just practice on that side and then I can show you how I did it on this side. That's what this episode is going to be about. It's going to be about finishing. It's going to be about how I build cupboards, overhead cupboards in that matter. So let's get started. So over here, the first thing I need to do is complete that vapor barrier, cover up that gap there and seal that all off, and then I'm going to cover that all with carpet. It's going to be inside the cupboard, but as I'm sure you'll agree, it's nicer to have something inside the carpet, inside the cupboard than to have nothing or just your vapor barrier. So I'm going to cover that with carpet. The only bit that I'm hoping is going to be showing though is this middle bit. Similar to up here, although this is not finished. That's that metal structure, but if it's covered in carpet, I still need to sand all around that curve and paint all that cladding white. I'm hoping this van's going to turn out nice. I'm sure it will. It's just going to be a bit different to anything I've built before. So, did a bit of carpeting, covered that with carpet. All the edges of that bit of carpet are covered with the wood and timber, or they will be. I've got to get a lot more screws in first, and then I'm going to build a frame out of this 2x1, is it? I've got 3 cupboards on this side, but I think we're going to do 2 cupboards on this side. It's about 20 centimeters shorter, this cupboard, than this side. We was going to do 2 cupboards this side, but then we thought that was too big, so we just made that into 3 equal cupboards. This is slightly shorter, so I think we're going to do 2 equal cupboards. Not parked on the level, but this is how I kind of get it square. I made my rough frame, which will obviously need to be have a lot of tidying up. Clamped a piece of wood onto the bottom of that, and onto the bottom of this, and I'm using a square to get that square. But I reckon you could just look down the lines of the van. It's as square as it can be, I think. Now I'm going to measure this gap between this wood and the inside of this frame. Cut some 34 by 34 to go on the middle of that. A few nails in, but just realised that I've now got to paint it all in the van. So I was going to take the whole thing out and sand it and paint it, but I'm going to have to do it all in the van now. This is why it's good to have a workshop. You can build things out the van to finish and then bring them in. Oh well, I'll just have to mask it up. I've got some frog tape, get some plastic sheeting, cover everything. That's how we're going to have to do it. Oh well. Okay, so the order of these videos has kind of gone a bit out of whack. I'm kind of doing this job, that job, this job, that, you know, I'm just mixing it all up. So I've now cut a piece of ply underneath here. It's just been clamped up for now. I had to cut a little bit around this pillar. But yeah, so that's done. Underneath there it's done. All needs to be painted, sanded, filler, doors. I might do my windowsill now. We bought a windowsill. Oh, it's lovely. It's gonna be lovely. I might cut that and sit that in there, see how it looks. So this is actually a skirting board. Now this way up, it's flat, and then it's got this lovely big curve on the edge, which is probably the side I'm going to use. Oh, look at this grain on the other side. If you wanted to do it this way around, it's got a flat angle and then a curve. But yeah, the other way up, oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? I'm hoping to be able to get all this grain. I'm probably going to cut a middle section out. Lovely patterns on that. We did go to a reclamation yard, salvage yard, to try and see if we could find a really quirky old piece of wood, but we couldn't find one there, so we found this. This is how I'm doing my windowsill. See these blocks I've put on the bottom here? Very kind of tricky, getting them all in the right spot, but I can tuck these bits down behind the cladding and tuck them blocks down behind the cladding, and then I can fix through here underneath the sill that sticks out, fix through into this, and then that will hold it in place. I don't want any visible screw heads on top of this worktop, you see. So doing it like that, fixing through the wall into this. That's how I did it in my last van, in my Iveco. So see if I can get it in now. I do need to stain it first, but I'm just gonna put it in, see if I can get it in there. So yeah, that's in. So now it's in, I can take it out and stain it. That's looking like a pretty nice windowsill, isn't it? I think I should put some... That shine that you've got on it now is only because the stain is wet still. As you can see from the ceiling, it does keep a little bit of shine to it. Just wondering whether or not I should put like a lacquer on the windowsill, because you do get condensation. No matter how hard you try, you do get condensation on the windows, and if condensation's running down onto the windowsill, surely it's better if I put a lacquer or a clear varnish on it. I'll have to do that. I don't know if stain has any properties like varnish or lacquer does, so if you can suggest a good lacquer, clear lacquer or clear varnish, let me know. Look at that gorgeous windowsill. Yeah. Oh, look at that! Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I don't want to get rid of this van. Alright. That's before and after. I'm going to install this. I'll show you what it's like. Look at that! Now, I love that. I just need to mess around with this trim now. I've messed this one up, unfortunately. But if I had trim around the edges, mitre for the top bit, I messed up the bottom bit. I didn't quite go low enough on the bottom there, but trim, which is painted white around the frame. I think that looks gorgeous. I can't wait for the wife to see that. She's gonna love that. Good morning. So my wife and I have been out early this morning for about an hour doing some painting. My wife has given the frame of this cupboard over here a paint. This is what the underside of up here, that's had one coat. Over here.
Order mum some flowers or something and I can pick them up from here like she did last time.
Some cladding. Ply. There's my wife. Some more painting done. This cladding here is for this side of this cupboard, this edge. That cladding there is for that side. This long piece of trim is for the bottom of this piece of cladding. And this small piece of trim is to fix my mistake on that window there. I hate painting, but it will look nice when it's done. Last night's curry van snack. Oh, it's hot. I had spicy curry. Alright, so on the cupboard over there on the driver's side, painted that trim. I've done a three-way mitre here, but I think it still needs a little bit more filler or caulk on it, but it's not bad. I'm not great at mitres. But yeah, a little bit of filler or caulk on there. I need to have some trim or a bit of rope, which is going to go up in that corner, along that corner, and along that edge, just to tidy up the far edge. Over this side, I have painted and fitted. Well, my wife and I have painted, and I have fitted this bit of a funny old angle around there. Took a bit of fiddling around with cladding, getting it all sort of to look okay. Again, rope, got a nail rope in the corner there and along that edge. I'm now just kind of working on a bit more trim for this these edges. So yeah, another 3-way miter there and another 3-way miter over there. Also painted a bit of trim onto this bottom of this cladding here, which is not finished being tacked on yet, but that really tidies up that bottom of that cladding. You know, really butts up to that carpet really nice. That looks really good. Windowsill, I've done that bit of edging there. Bit more, maybe a bit more caulk, a bit more filler on that corner, on that miter. Bit of filling to do, these screw holes to fill in and paint. But that windowsill just looks amazing. Love that windowsill. Who knew? A bit of skirting board makes a really nice windowsill. Okay. The doors on these cupboards I'm going to make out of cladding. I had an attempt at it here. This is my attempt at a door. And it goes in okay, but because I haven't got a table saw, one-handed is very tricky. It would look nice if it's all going to be painted white, hinges on the top, handle on the bottom in the middle. But because I don't have a table saw, that I have to cut the cladding length, you know, lengthways. So I had to cut this. I did do it with a circular saw, but I did do it with a circular saw, but still not the greatest cut. So I've asked my mate Carl if I can go back to his workshop to use his table saw, and he said yes. So, but yeah, it's getting there, isn't it? It's taking shape. It's starting to look like a camper van. Here's a sneak peek for you. I chose a floor. This is a vinyl, a roll of vinyl, which is kind of a matching colour to the stain that we've used. So that's the floor we're going to go for. Just need to stick it down with, I think you use tape, double-sided tape around the edges, and spray glue for the middle. And then as soon as the floor's down, the sofa can be built, the heater can be put in. Still got to do the doors. I'm holding off on the doors because it's not a fun job. So if you have not seen in my Iveco, what I use rope, because it's a really cool little rustic touch. It really does such a good job of neatening up all them edges. So I'm going to run it around the cupboards. So I'm going to start on this corner, nail it up along here. It's going to be nailed right on that corner, right in that corner, along here, along here, along here, and along there, all in one piece. And then have to be a piece on its own, or another piece of trim in that corner there, covering them screws. But it's a really nice, quirky little rustic touch. A lot of people use rope and copper and stuff. I'm not doing anything that's new. But yeah, I'm just going to tack this all the way around the edge and see if I like the look of it, which I'm sure I will because I like it in my Iveco. Okay. Today's job, use this table saw with this cladding and make doors. I've got 5 cupboard doors to make, similar to this, but just better, because we can now cut in straight lines. that's all my doors made. Massive thank you to Carl for letting me use your toys.
That's good, no worries.
So this is Carl. You may have seen him from my, what did we do? The solar, we did the skylight.
Yep.
I've been here a few times, haven't I? What else?
The windows?
Oh yeah, the windows and the skylight.
That's it, yeah.
And now the covered doors. And this is the van that he's working on over here. Do you want to show us what you're working on?
Yeah, sure.
What is it?
It's the Renault Traffic. So far, we've got the inside carpeted, the windows have been tinted because it used to be a minibus.
Its windows are all carpeted. It's quite a bit dark, but yeah, it's all very nice.
Roof fans put in. And most of the work we've done a lot on the roof. We've made a custom roof rack. Solar panels up there.
It's a massive solar panel, isn't it?
Nice big light bar on the front. And in the front here we've changed the seats, put a set of Audi seats in there with swivel bases.
They're fancy, aren't they? Wow. Let me get a look at that light bar. These are awesome. So this is going to be for sale, is it?
Yeah, this one's going to be up for sale as soon as it's finished.
About to fit these cupboards now, but I thought I would try this out. I've been kindly sent this, which is a 3D printed cup holder for a Ducato, because there's only one cup holder in a Ducato and it's way over there and it's not near the driver. So yeah, the Ducatos, relays, boxes, I think they're all similar. There's not many places to put a drink. So yeah, these very clever people have printed a 3D printed cup holder which clips onto the goes into the vent. So let's have a go and see if it works. Goes in here. Yeah, so it just clips into the bottom of the vent here. Look at that! That's really solid actually. It wobbles side to side, but you put a lot of weight on that. Boom! In the video description down below will be the eBay link, so you can go and buy one of these yourself. Happy with that. Also painted now. Now in my experience, whenever you've painted, I only did like one coat on the edges because one, they're not going to be seen, and two, when you paint a door, it makes it a real snug fit. But I did allow for 1 or 2 mil around the edge of these doors, so hopefully it'll be fine. So let's put some hinges and handles on. The hinges we're going for are, too close to my face, just these little ones. And the handles we're going for are what I had left over in my Iveco. Yeah, these little black ones here. Anything you buy, hinges, handles that come with these stupid flat-headed black screws, absolutely awful. Getting rid of them. I'm gonna have to use some brass ones for now, copper, whatever they are, the gold screws for now, but I'll have to order some black cross-headed screws. Hinges. As I suspected, this one needs a bit more sanding on the edges because the paint has made it just a little bit too snug. So yeah, that's not a problem. Right everyone, I'm going to leave this video here. These cupboards are pretty much there. I might replace the brass screws that I've got with little black ones if I can find some, but they actually look quite nice, I think. You have to let me know what you think. I'm not going to show you finishing this side because it's identical to over there. But I've just fitted this trim which now needs painting, filling and painting, and hanging the doors that I got there. But I've run out of, that's another reason I can't finish this right now, is because I can't get any more of these hinges just yet. They only had 3 sets of these hinges, so it's another reason I can't finish this cupboard in this video. But you get the point. Cupboard. I've still got to finish inside the cupboard. Over this side there's a bit of foil in there showing, so I'll cover that with carpet. But yeah. Oh, and catches. That's another reason I wanted to finish this video now, because I don't know what catches to use. I've used 2x1 on the frame, so, and the doors are flush fitting, you know what I mean, inside the flush with the frame, so I haven't got much wood inside to clip on any sort of catches or magnetic. I don't know what to use to have as catches, so I want your suggestions. Please let me know what you all use. If anyone's got similar design cupboards to this, similar build cupboards to this, yeah, let me know. Probably quite a long video anyway now, so yeah, I'm gonna go stop waffling. Thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, see you next week's video. Bye bye.